Hey guys, welcome to Selective Prep Mathematics, test number 7. This is the solutions video. Before we get started, again, it is important to make sure that you watch all of these videos. Otherwise, there's no point really sitting the exams. Like I say every week, it's important that you know what you've gotten right and why you've gotten it right. And in the same way, it's also important to know what you've gotten wrong and why you've gotten it wrong. If you don't know the why, then there won't be any improvement in the future. Okay, so it's important that you keep up with these videos every week. Now, the one thing we will go over as an overview is converting percentages to decimals to fractions, or in any other order that you need to do that. So decimals are always a percentage over 100. So if you have a percentage of 90%, if you want to make that a decimal, just divide it by 100. Now, a fraction is a decimal in its whole number form. So before you make it a 0 point something or a 1 point something, okay, it's 90 over 100. So this bracket makes a fraction, and it's in its whole number form. So 90 is a whole number, 0.9 is not. Okay, 90 divided by 100 is our fraction. So for example, 0.75 equals 75 over 100, okay, or 75 divided by 100, like so. Okay, that is our fraction form. So simplify that is 3 over 4 or 3/4. Okay, when we're converting from a percentage to a fraction, so percentage to a fraction, it's easier to convert to a decimal first and then convert to a fraction. Okay, or really, you should think about it as a fraction is what we get halfway through converting to a decimal. So think about dividing it by 100 first, but then leaving it like that, leaving the 100 there. So you have a dash, and then you have that 100. You simplify it, okay, and then that is your fraction. Now, question 1. Let's get started. So a sheet of paper is folded into half, then half again, and then folded into half for the last time. So it's half times half times half. So half times half is 1/4, times half again is 1/8. So 100% divided by 8 is 12.5%. So magic square. So every row and column should be the same as every diagonal. The only diagonal they have completely filled out for us is here. So it's 8 plus 2 plus 5, which is 15. Okay, 6 plus 2 is 8, so this should be 7. 8 plus 6 is 14, so this should be 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, so this should be 9. So 1 plus 5 is 6, so this should be 9. 2 plus 9 is 11, so this should be 4. 8 plus 4 is 12, so this should be 3. So 3 plus 4 plus 9 plus 7 plus 1. So this is 7. Plus a 9 is 16. Plus a 7, or add the 7, is 23. Add the 1 is 24. Now, we're going to be taking a look at this graph on the next slide, or the next 2 slides for question 3 and 4. So question 3, what's the total number of children who sat this test? So there's 2 here, 1 here, 3 here. So we'll look at this row. So the higher it is, that means that we have this many students there. Okay, so 2, 1, this is 3, this is 6, this is 4, 3, 2, 3, 1. And then no one got 100%, unfortunately. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 6 is 12, 14, 17, 19, 22, 20, I've counted that wrong. So 2, 3, 6, 12, 16, 19, 21, 24, 25. Okay, so 25 in total. So E is our answer. For what percentage of marks is below 40? So we have 2 and a third student below 40, and then also 3 people in their 30s. So 6 in total. So 6 out of 25. Okay, so 25, or 1 on 25 is 4%, but we have 6 of those. 4%. We have 6 of those, so times 6 equals 24%. Now, question 5. In a school of 600 students, 5 on 8 go to school by public transport. 1 on 3 go by private car, and then the rest walk. So how many don't walk? So 5 on 8. Now, the lowest common multiple here is 24. If you multiply them together, you would have gotten that right. So like I said, when you only have 2 fractions, you can do it and it'll work. Okay, but try and think a little bit about it first before you just go ahead and multiply them together. So multiply top and bottom here by 3, you should get 15 over 24. top and bottom by 8, you should get 8 on 24 equals 23 on 24. So 1 on 24 walk. Now, if we have 600 people, 24 goes into 60 twice, leaves over 12, and then 24 goes into 12 5 times. So 25. So if you divide 600 by 24, which is 1 on 24, that is 25 people. Now, if we divide this shape, or we connect all the dots together, or all the points together, we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spaces. In this triangle, angle sum of any triangle is 180. Minus 66 equals d, and then also 2d. So in total, we have 3 deep degrees. So 180 minus 66 is 114. So d equals 114 divided by 3, which is 38 degrees. Alright, each day I swim 450 meters further than I did the day before. 5 days ago I swam half a kilometer, so 500 meters. And that's 5 days ago, so you're going to swim 450 times 5 more than that. So 500 plus, and then 450 plus times 5 is 2250. So add these together, you get 2750 meters. Now, question 9. There are 41 candies in a jar. Each is either red, green, blue, or yellow. Okay, so there are 3 more red candies. R equals G plus 3. 2 fewer blue candies than red candies. So R equals B plus 2. And 4 more yellow candies than blue candies. So B plus 4. So if red is B plus 2 and yellow is B plus 4, then there must be 2 more yellow than red. So this is just going to be R plus 2. Now, if I make this all in terms of that color, so green equals R minus 3, move the 3 over, blue equals R minus 2, and then yellow equals R plus 2, and then R just equals red. So if I add all of these colors up, but just do it in terms of R, so red is R, plus green, which is R minus 3, plus blue, which is just the same as R minus 2, plus yellow, which is R plus 2, the 2's cancel out, I get 4R minus 3, and what's that in total? 41. So 41 equals 41. Move this over, 4R equals 44, which means that red equals 11. So if red is 11, how many green candies are there? So R minus 3, 11 minus 3, 8. Now, last question. So this one's surprisingly easy. If you thought it was a bit hard, then you might have been thinking about it in a slightly different manner than which you should have been thinking about it. So which letter has the lowest value? Okay, so if we have anything plus 4 and it gives you a 3-digit number, okay, and you're adding it to a 2-digit number, this has to be 90 something plus 4 gives you 100 and something. So even if this was 99, if you add 4, it's going to be 103. If you add 4 to 98, 97, 96, okay, it's going to be 100, 101, 102. This middle number is always going to be the smallest, okay? And it's always going to be 0. So K can't be 6 because C can't be 0 as well. Okay, B and C are different. So B is always 0. C might be 0, but the chances are not very high here. So B is definitely going to be 0. So we're going to go with E, option E, which is the letter B, which is going to be 0. Alright, so hopefully this video wasn't too hard to follow. The important thing to remember was converting from fractions to percentages. Okay, just think of it as that middle point as you convert from percentages to decimals. Fractions are that middle point as you go from percentages to decimals, and you leave the divided by 100. Okay? Alright, very good. I'll see you in the next video then.